All the plants that I will be featuring in this video are plants that I have planted. So you might see some other plants in other garden beds. Those are plants that either my parents have planted or just are here. So let's start here on the deck. I have a nasturtium plant. This is probably my favorite plant out of all of the plants I'm growing. It smells amazing. And there's only been one flower at a time. And you can eat the leaves. They don't taste that good. They're like, if wasabi was like a bit less spicy, they're fine. I haven't tried the flower or the roots yet though. Another flower bud right there. Another one right there. It's a good amount on here. Moving over here, I have the thyme, and it is flowering. And this one is a lemon thyme variety. This is mountain mint, not edible, but I don't know why. I was just told to grow it. So, yeah. This is peppermint, and this is chocolate mint. So, yeah, those are all good for making tea. There is parsley. I think my mom planted that. This is a tree I found growing in the middle of a railroad. And I was like, didn't get hit by a train. And then I dug it up. And it kind of looks like a bonsai. There's some invasive stilt grass growing in there with it. But it's pretty good. And then this is my pumpkin plant. I just recently planted it. It's getting on some length there. So there's a rosemary plant. And then that's some lavender that my mom planted. One last thing on the porch. I have some basil. So, yeah. So let's get on to my garden. So I built all of these raised beds by hand, cut all the wood, didn't have any help. I did all of them myself. So, yeah. So in this bed, I've got some tomatoes and peppers. They are not spaced that good. So I'm not expecting that much from these. So that was just kind of a mistake on my end. Got some radishes. I used to have carrots here. I just dug all those up because I over-fertilized them. And I planted onion seeds there. I have some big kale back there, and behind the kale I have some broccoli. Here I have a bunch of ground cherry plants. They're super cool, and I'm excited to grow those. I have some peas growing here, some green onions, and some lettuce in there. I have a bunch of lettuce, kale, and chard in here. Right there is a tomato plant, and that is a zucchini plant that I just planted there today. Here are some extremely exotic varieties of potatoes. They just came up. You can kind of see one right there, and one right there. And then there should be some more coming up eventually, because those ones just came up yesterday. So here is my propagation bucket. So I just have things that are propagating in here, or if I dig something up but I don't really have enough time to quickly plant it, I'll just stick it in there, and then I'll just take it out whenever. So here's my little water garden. Yeah, I just have some water irises in there. They haven't bloomed yet, which is kind of disappointing. I have a sunflower here. I have some cuttings of blueberries in there that are, I guess rooting. I have just some things I started indoors in the winter that are out here. Really everything else just growing on here on my little table that I built. And then this table I built out of a small pallet. And then there was some outdoor succulents that grow well in, I think I'm in zone 7B. There's a hydrangea that I propagated in soil. It's doing absolutely amazing, which I will be planting somewhere over along this line, which I'd like to make into a hedgerow. So there are some marigolds, there's some hyacinth beans, a bunch of stuff growing in there. Here's my raspberry field, I guess you could call it. It's a very small field with some marigolds growing on the side. I think it's about to start raining, so I need to speed up. Here's some aloe. If any of you want aloe, somehow just email me or something, and I'll mail you out an aloe plant. I have so many of those, and I want to get some out to you guys. Here's a blackberry plant. Here's a mystery plant someone gave me at a plant swap right there. Here's an elderberry, and there is elderberry. Those I just propagated this year, so hopefully they do good. This is my corn over here. This is Indian red corn, and it's a pretty nice variety. This is my first year growing it. It is growing phenomenal, and it does not have the best of light because I have a tupelo tree here, and it's kind of blocking the light. But also today's a cloudy day. Oh god, a stick just hit my phone and cracked the screen protector. That's not good. That's some penstemon right there. There's some morning glory in here. I have some yarrow, some lemon balm, some fennel, dill, oregano, parsley, thyme. Then back there, I have some prickly pear cactuses. One other thing, over here is a cranberry bush that I just started. And then here are 2 little blueberry bushes that are already in the ground. And then back here is just some trees in pots that I haven't gotten to. And then there on the ground is some spiderwort that I need to plant soon. That is Solomon's seal and a painted fern. And I tried to make a little fairy garden just to kind of look cool in the garden. This is really only a spring garden under this tree. I was out here earlier planting some pachyra around it. But yeah, a bunch of daffodils and grape hyacinths I planted here in the springtime, so they should come up next spring, which is good. I have a holly tree, some goldenrod, a spice bush over there. That down there is a cedar tree. That's, I think, a Norfolk pine. Then there's another baby pine tree in here somewhere. This is kind of just like a little open growth, I guess you can call it, garden. I have some milkweed. I have another nice big spice bush. I have some Dame's Rocket. It's on the invasive list, but it's in my yard, so it's a more controllable area if it spreads. That is called a money plant, and as you can see, the leaves, which are down there, they don't look like coins, but these little seed pods, they kind of look like coins. So, yeah. But those are not on the invasive list, which is good. So, I think that's it for this side of the yard. So, I'm going to bring you guys back to my compost. Over here, I planted some hydrangea sticks just kind of in the ground, just to see what'll happen. Out here, this is where all my dad's firewood is. A bunch of firewood. Out here is my compost. I built this out of pallets, and I've got layers of just grass clippings, leaves, newspaper, cardboard. I have some pots that I need to fill up with compost. This is just a pile of leaves. My dad has been dumping leaves here since about 2018. So at the bottom of it, which I've dug to here, there's some pretty good soil where it has already composted. So yeah, there's my composter that I built. That's the woods. And over here, I think I have some trees that I planted along the yard over here somewhere. And I got knocked down. Let's see if there's anything still under that. Oh, I mean, kinda dead though. So, kinda not. Here are some hemlocks that I've been trying to get seeds from the pine cones, but they are so minuscule, it is impossible. And just want to either have someone do tissue culture if possible, or something like that. Right here is a baby redbud tree. Planted this earlier on in the season, and it's doing pretty good. So that's all that I can think of for today's tour of the garden. This is my kitchen scrap compost over here. So yeah, it's just kitchen scraps and things. So yeah, that's about it for the garden tour for today. I'll make updates as I go to more swamps, and you know, I accumulate more plants. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's about it.